The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out.
Hello and welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the best in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Hello and Happy New Year, everybody! We are so happy to be here. We're waving at you right now. If you click the ITV button at the top of your page, you can see Ron and I in the studio. Hope everybody's good. Before I introduce our man behind the boards, let me say hello and welcome back to our fabulous, outrageous, cool man about town, Mr. Ron Russell. Hello, hello!
Happy New Year, everybody. I hope this year is going to bring us all the things that we want. Safety from those crazy bastard, the ICs, whatever they're called.
They say how good we look.
We look good, good. And I hope the new year brings you health, prosperity, love, everything wonderful.
Absolutely. So what's up, everybody? We want to give a shout out to the man behind the boards, the fabulous Mr. Chad Murphy.
What's going on, fellas? Yes, you are looking good. Sorry about the delay, folks out there, but yes, I succeeded, Irish.
There you go. Thank
Hey,
you, everybody,
listen.
too. Everybody's saying how great we look, and especially you, since you've been out a little under the weather.
Well, under the weather is not the word. I mean, I was crucified, by the way, and then resurrected. I went in for that minor surgery of the prostate to have it carved so I could urinate better. Well, I caught an infection from the hospital, which is quite common nowadays, I understand. Most people that go into a hospital for surgery come out with an infection. And the infection traveled to my body and brought me into the emergency room where I was unable to pass urine, and they had to go in and do all kinds of surgery without knocking me out. It was tremendously painful. I couldn't believe what they were doing to me. I thought I was giving birth to like quadruplets. Push, pull, shove, cut, blood mess. What a friggin' mess. It was horrible. Anyway, then I spent 8 days in the hospital with antibiotics. And I'm still under the weather. I'm still on antibiotics, and I'm getting better. But I have a word to say to you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. A word to say to you is insist, no matter what your surgery is, when you go into a hospital, to get antibiotics. The hospitals tell the doctors not to administer them simply because the antibiotics are losing their power. And if that happens, we're all going to die of diseases that are simple diseases. In my case, my doctor did not give me any antibiotics because the hospital, said not to. That's what caused me to get the infection, to get so very sick. Like my blood went, it was a mess. It was really a mess. Anyway, I'm back, and I hope I can give you a good show today, folks. I'm pushing it, but like we say in show business, whatever's going on in your personal life, leave it backstage. When you're on the stage, you belong to the people.
There you go.
And I belong to all of you, so let's have a rollicking, fun, good time.
So first, I want to give a shout-out to everybody in the chat room. The chat room is filled with people, so hello. We've got Rebel Meddler in there. We've got Tristan from Australia, Irish Ginger from the Ginger Irish Show, Goddess, we love you. We've got guest Mr. Freeze. I don't know who that is. Victor Campbell, we haven't seen you lately. Hello and Happy New Year. Daddy Muir's in the house. Jimmy McCrary from Over the News. What is it? overthemoonnews.blogspot.com. Guest Neroli, I don't know who that is. Who's Guest Neroli? That might be your cousin.
We have new people every week.
Stefan Daniel Bell. Anyway, there's so many people in the chat room. Hope everybody had a super happy, merry, happy New Year. And they're all saying that they love you, Ron.
Oh, Jimmy McCrary, that's so sweet. I love you back. I wish we would meet one day. Wouldn't that be nice?
We will meet one day.
So many nice people that come in my Facebook, come in my email, come in my Twitter, come in my whatever the hell else that we use today. such nice people out there. I'm so happy that I know all of you. I really mean it. And thank you all for the get wells and the Happy New Year's, the Merry Christmases and stuff.
I messed it up too, you guys. It's not the Ginger Irish show. It's the Irish Ginger show. So there you go. Fridays at 4:00. And Neroli is from Neroli's Entertainment. Hello, hello. I believe that's JJ Catrone's possibly like management or something. So hello, guest Neroli. JJ Catrone's coming on in a little bit, you guys. He's going to be calling in. And then later on today, we're going to be Skyping with King Harvest. You guys know them from the song Dancing in the Moonlight. And
great song. I remember
that. Great song. It was a huge hit in the 70s, and I'm excited. And they're going to be Skyping in. One of them is in New Jersey, and one of them is going to be calling from Paris. So it's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, we hope everybody had a good holiday, and we're happy to be back. And I'm happy that Ron is back. And I want to thank everybody for all in the Twitterverse and the Twitter universe for doing so much stuff on Twitter with us. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're getting so many like tweets and stuff. We got like something like 30,000 tweets or something yesterday and impressions. It was really sick as in sick cool. So thank you so much. We're going to be playing some great music. I thought since we're having King Harvest come on today and they have big hits from the 80s. I picked out some of my favorite songs from like the 80s and the 90s to play. So we're going to play a couple of like old school songs during the show, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Anyway, you've heard of closet queens, gay people that live in closets because they're afraid to come out.
Here we go.
That the public may not like them. Okay, now Jimmy can contest to this. When I left the hospital, how many nurses came into my room to kiss me and hug me goodbye?
Oh, tons.
I mean, I'm at the hospital. I was really absolutely their whole reason. They said, we've never had so much fun. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I had 3 or 4 nurses in my room, and I was telling them about Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe, all my Hollywood stories, and they were fascinated. But what I did find out, which amazed me, were all the Donald Trump closet cases. There are so many people out there who are voting for Donald Trump, but are ashamed to come forward and say that they are, which to me is kind of un-American and very stupid. If you believe in someone that you're voting for, you should certainly come out and be proud and say, I'm voting for so-and-so. What do I think of Donald Trump? He's a New Yorker. He's like me. He tells it like it is. He's a tough guy. And I think that we need a tough guy to represent us to the rest of the world. Hillary is sweet, but she's a woman. ISIS think women are shit. They dress them up in rags, and then they bang them, get them pregnant, and then kill them. So what good is that? We don't want a woman that they can piss all over. We need a tough guy. Trump's got the bucks. Trump's got the guts, and he's insane. The man is totally egomaniac. He's as crazy as they come. I mean, a president? He hasn't any diplomatic a charm at all. I mean, he's like he's talking to a cabbie. Like the turbans when they drive in New York. I could see Trump getting in a cab with a turban saying, hey, listen, you friggin' Muslim bastard, doing that kind of stuff. But he's crazy. And I think this is a time that we need crazy people because we're dealing with crazy people. So now who am I voting for? Well, I don't really know. But that Donald is kind of like
fun to watch.
He's starting to get under my skin because everybody I talk to, and I speak to thousands of people, like Donald Trump. So maybe we should ease off on the guy's ill manners, his insanity, his vanity, his megalomania, okay? And kind of like look at what he might be able to do for us to protect us from the rat bastards that are out to get us.
Adam, you're saying polite hasn't really worked for us in the past lately.
No, it hasn't. And what's Hillary going to do? Sit down and have tea with ISIS? They'll smack her all over the room. They'll say, get out of here, bitch. Your husband's a whore master. You're a dyke. Get lost. Get lost. I mean, she has nothing to hold up with. And the rest of them are mealy-mouthed little crap from Washington.
They say you should run for president.
Well, if I got news for you. Vote for Trump, you'll get me.
Actually, Jimmy McCrary said, let's have him on the show. And I actually tweeted to him, Jimmy, to see if I could get him on the show. But I doubt he would ever come on. But
Donald may come on because our show goes all over the planet. And if Donald's people hear me say these things about Donald might say, you know what, Ron Russell, you and I come from the same streets of New York. We're gutter fighters. We know how to fight the dirty bastards. We know how to take care of them because we're New Yorkers.
So
Who's
what's
that?
up? So
Oh,
what's up, everybody?
Look, I can't
now
believe.
Now we are going to.
Can't believe it.
Now we are going to welcome our first guest of the day. You guys got the. Everybody should vote for Ron. I agree, but in the meantime,
No, I think we should vote for Donald Trump. I'm
Let's
starting
say-
to go in that direction.
let's introduce our.
Wait, hang
first
on. One more
guest.
thing. I voted for Obama. I mean, and now Trump. Therefore, I'm a true American.
What's up, JJ Catrone? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show.
Hello. I want to start by saying I'm JJ Catrone, and I want to be your next president.
God forbid, JJ. We'd all be high on pot singing songs. Maybe that would be good. We can get
Oh, maybe that's what everybody needs.
maybe we need to get some pot over to the ISIS people, get them loaded, and maybe we can all sit around a campfire and hum. You know. And
In the chat room, they'll say they vote JJ.
meanwhile, JJ, the picture.
Hello, everyone in the chat room.
Wait, we're not going to get. Listen, you know me. The picture of you that's up there, you look so elegant and so handsome. I mean, that's a nice picture,
Nobody else
JJ.
gets to see that.
Oh, they don't get to see that?
No, they don't see that.
He's got his hands clasped like President Roosevelt.
They can see
And
that.
he's got the mustache and the beard, and he's got a
Can
suit.
they see that, Chad?
Of course.
Oh, they can
they
see it. If you guys
can.
are looking at the screens,
Can you
and he's
be-
got his Confederate flag in the background.
Can you believe that
Little blur.
JJ Catrone? I can't believe that's our
He's got his
JJ.
Confederate. You're in trouble, you know. Dukes of Hazzard. They had to take it off the air because people were pissed off
Right.
about the Confederate flag.
Right.
Fuck those people.
Don't worry, Trump.
Well, you know,
Trump
you know-
will get you.
if you're worried about what I say and what I do offending you, then I'm like you guys. I tell it how it is.
What?
Take me how I am.
Like, you offended us with the flag? You could give a shit about the flag. That was 100 years ago, 200 years ago. What am I
No,
going
it's
to
the flag.
Hey, we won. I don't care. You can hang whatever you want. You can hang your underwear from the window. I don't give a shit.
Oh.
We won.
I have done that. I've gotten tickets for that, actually.
The North won. Screw you, South.
Hey,
Anyway, how are you, baby? How's your health? How you holding up?
Well, we're doing better. 2015 was kind of rough. We took sabbatical and regrouped, had health issues, family issues, music issues, and here in 2016 we're making a big bounce back and a big comeback.
Well,
And
that we like.
And to answer your question from earlier, yes, that's Neroli's Entertainment. That is Jen and Clay, my new management team.
Hi, Jen and Clay. Clay?
Clay, yes.
Clay. Hey, Jen
Yeah.
and Clay, what's up?
And you better handle JJ with kid gloves because he's special to us. Otherwise, we get you and we break your knees on the curb.
I tell you what, they're good people. We're a good match, and just to show you how small the world actually is, Jen actually went to high school with my wife Adrian. So what does that say? It just shows you how small the world is.
6 something of separation?
Oh, 6 degrees of
6
separation.
degrees of separation.
Yes,
Dude, God, he said
and
mafia.
they're already doing big
God,
things,
it's-
doing great things, and I'm excited to be working with them.
There you
Now,
go. Good for you. Congratulations.
Listen, JJ, we're going to be in Georgia in a couple of weeks. Are you playing anywhere in the land of peaches?
In a couple of weeks, no, I am not. Actually, I will be in St. Louis in a couple of weeks.
Because I want to see you so bad. We know you for so many years. We've never seen you live.
I guess we'll just have to make a trip to your neck of the woods and do the show live with you
You'll
one
have to
day.
play
Then, huh?
New York. You'll have to play New York.
Oh, I'm down for that. Sign me up.
Yeah, well, I wish I could. New York or L.A. because that's our next 2 ports of call. We're going to be living in New York and Palm Springs, California, back and forth.
So, JJ, there's a chat room full of people. They all love you. Give a shout out to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everyone in the chat room. I love all of you very much. If it wasn't for you people, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So keep
That's the
supporting,
truth.
keep doing what you're doing. Love you.
And we didn't introduce the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy, who knows you, but say hello to Chad.
JJ Catrone, welcome back, sir.
Chad Murphy, my man. How are you?
Doing well. You got my vote.
Awesome. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so JJ, what's new? Like, give me some dirt. Give me something exciting. I need to have something wild. I just got out of the hospital. I'm kind of under the weather. I need to be pumped up. So give me some good stuff, like scandalous
Okay,
dirt
well-
about anybody you know.
Okay, well, first things first. I've set up a UFC fight online between my daughter Gwendolyn, which we now call the Mighty Meatball, and Honey Boo Boo. So Honey Boo Boo is coming out of retirement. I'm just kidding.
So cute.
I don't really have any dirt, really. I mean,
It's got to be one of those.
you watch the same tabloids I do.
Wait, say that again, JJ, because I didn't hear that.
I said Ron looks and reads and watches the same tabloid stuff that I do, so he probably knows as much dirt as I do.
He doesn't watch any of the tabloid stuff. He as soon as he sees it, he looks at it and he goes, "What trash? I don't know how people can watch that or read that," and he changes it, so he never actually finds out what it really is.
I get it from the horse's mouth. I have a lot of people that, are not necessarily stars, but they're like I can't use her name, but a very, very dear friend of my daughter Leslie's, who's a friend of mine, is what's his name's business? What's his name? The comedian, the tall guy.
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. She's his whatever, but not that she ever gives out dirt about him because he's nice. But sometimes they run into a party of people and little dishy gossip here and there, like who didn't have panties on and sat with her legs open while somebody shot a champagne cork at her snatch. Stuff like that. Of course, I can't tell who the girl was, but she was a big Hollywood star. She was loaded, no lie, and she was sitting with her legs open. And one of the guys aimed a bottle, it was New Year's, aimed a bottle of champagne at her, and the cork hit her right in the box. And she let out with a scream. So 20 guys jumped up. They said, I'll rub it.
Did you hear the pop? Who did the pop noise? Did you do that, JJ, or did Chad do that?
I think that was probably Chad. He beat me to the punch.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he does that stuff.
That was hilarious.
Hollywood's notorious. I cannot wait to get back on the so-called scene that I used to be in. I understand everybody at the Palm Springs Country Club had a ball. There was a lot of stuff going on there. John Barrowman was wild New Year's Eve, I hear. He was like electric, which he always is because we love him. He's a great guy. And he was partying his face off. So, when I'm out there, kids, I'll have a lot of little tidbits to give you.
There you go. So how about this, JJ? So your fabulous managers wrote that you're going to be auditioning for The Voice soon, which Ron doesn't watch any of those shows. I watch all of them.
I'll watch it when you're on. I promise I'll watch, rooting for you, of course.
So tell us a little bit about it. You're going to go audition for The Voice. Do you already have a song picked out, or do they tell you what song you have to sing?
I could pick out my own song. It's going to be a little challenging. It's an acapella audition, no instruments. It's going to be in Chicago on February 7th, and I've got a few songs picked out. Just have to have one that I definitely want to do because it's kind of the genre that I'm shooting at, and but I have a couple backups just in case. But yeah, I have a song picked up.
What genre are you going to be shooting for?
I'm doing I'm going back to my roots. I'm doing staying with the country rock, but focus on
Nasal
more of the newer
shit kicking.
I'm sorry.
Nasal twanging, shit kicking music, right?
No, not no nasal twanging. More like saddle up, get on your Harley, let's ride, kick America in the ass country music.
Okay. But it's still shit kicking, right?
Well, if we got to kick some shit along the way, then you know what? That's the price I'm willing to pay, Ron.
All right, so let's because we always talk about your music, but we don't ever talk about any of your influences and stuff when you come on here. Because obviously you're probably not going to sing one of your own songs because they won't know it, and there's a less chance of you getting picked out that way. So who are some of the people that are influential for you that you think are really great bands?
Well, growing up, I think what did it for me, what really wanted me to grab a guitar was the first time I seen Elvis. Elvis was a big influence.
I wouldn't wait 2 minutes to see. I hated Elvis when I was young. Everybody,
you would.
My neighborhood hated him because he wore so much makeup with the jet black dyed hair and the black eyebrows and the false eyelashes. He looked like a half a drag queen, and that stupid wiggling that all the girls used to get so hot and bothered from was ridiculous. And don't be cool. I mean, he didn't make it in Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan.
All right, hold on. Okay, so give us another one, JJ. You can like Elvis, we just don't.
No, he never made it in the boroughs. The boroughs.
I liked all kinds, like Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash. I really love them.
They're better.
On the bluegrass side, bluegrass music was always Doyle Lawson or Bill Monroe. Loved them.
How about Country Joe and the Fish?
What's that?
Country Joe and the Fish.
Nobody knows who that is. You bring that up.
He was Country Joe and the Fish was one of the biggest people in 1976, 78, 79. I look up Country Joe and the
Hey,
Fish.
Chad, see if you can find anything on YouTube for Country Joe and the Fish.
He was like,
I'm looking right now.
everybody used to get loaded when he was on. You know, the lights were low, the candles were going, the incense was burning, and everybody was stoned out of their faces. And then suddenly they'd play Country Joe and the Fish, and you hear everybody moaning. He was quite a talented guy.
Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. We're all gonna die. Now come on, Wall Street, don't be slow. Man, this is war a go-go. There's plenty good money to be made, supplying the army with the tools of the trade. Just hope and pray that if they drop the bomb, they'll drop it on the Viet Cong. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. The next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates.
There you go.
That's Country Joe. Jimmy, we should see if he's alive and get him on the show. I'd love to interview him. You know, other songs of his, he had, mellow songs also. But Country Joe was quite a big thing in L.A. at the time.
What about people, like, do you have any, like, people that you listen to that are popular now, JJ?
I'm a real fan of John Rich from Big and Rich. I've followed him for years. His songwriting, it's a good songwriting tool for me as well. Just the way that he writes. I like him. I follow him a lot. I like Brad Paisley.
Okay,
guitar playing, songwriting. Keith Urban. Keith Urban's another one.
Keith Urban I like, especially like his more ballady stuff. I like
that. Right.
JJ, listen to this. I got a scoop for you. Listening? This spring, we are having on our show Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis?
You bet your buns, baby. He's coming on our show in the spring. We're starting to go negotiate it now. Can you believe? I'm killing myself. I probably won't be able. I can't even speak now.
Can't even talk thinking about it.
I think if he's there, I'm going to say
pretty
hello,
cool.
Johnny Mathis. Heavenly, what are chances are?
Are you going to be able to control yourself?
Huh?
Is Ron going to be able to control himself when he's on?
No,
I don't think. I'm going to ask. I know him. I've been in his company several times. I doubt he'll remember because they were always group times. But when I was with him, I went shopping with him once at the Food Basket in Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. And I was amazed at how nobody came over to say, Mr. Mathis. And I said, Johnny, nobody's recognizing you. He said, no, they don't. I said, isn't it sad? You're like the most popular singer in the world, and nobody recognizes you. Well, we got to the cashier, and I was cashing out, and he was cashing out. And I said to the kid, do you know who this is next to me? The kid said, no. I said, this is Johnny Mathis. He said, oh, hello, Johnny Mathis. He still didn't know who he was. And I was embarrassed for Johnny, but Johnny said, don't be. He said, I was a different generation. Meanwhile, how many albums did Johnny sell, Jimmy?
Johnny Mathis. Okay, so this is very interesting for everybody in the music business because first of all, let me tell you that with all the musicians, since I work in the entertainment industry a lot, and especially in music, out of all the records that are recorded every year, which there's tons of them, believe me, there's like hundreds of thousands of records. Most records never sell more than 10,000 copies, to give you an idea. So in this day and age, if you record a record, if you sell 10,000 copies, you're doing better than 99% of everybody else. So knowing that, Johnny Mathis has sold over 350 million records. To give you an idea of what that means, the only two people that have sold more than him are Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra. So he sold more than Madonna, Aerosmith, Nicki Minaj, all those
yet.
people.
Johnny,
and he's not dead yet.
And my daughter for Christmas gave me that wonderful album of all the music Johnny Mathis has ever sung, even songs that never went on his albums or was shown to the public. I haven't heard it yet because I haven't had time. But he's a sweetheart of a guy. He's very shy. He's very soft. He's very soft-spoken. But he's a sweetie pie. I mean, I adore the man.
There you go. So, okay, so JJ, going back and let's go back to JJ. All right, so JJ, I know you have a show coming up, and I forgot where it is. I guess it's in St. Louis again because you're going to St. Louis. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it? Because that's your first show of the year, right? Oh, January 21st.
No, actually the date got changed because it's February 27th now.
Oh, so that'll be
because
your first show.
one of the acts it overlapped with their tour, and so we had to reschedule, which turned out better anyway. We got a better night, and it's a Saturday night, February 27th, at the beautiful Casa Loma Ballroom in St. Louis, Missouri, and over the years they've renovated. It was huge back in the day. I'm not really sure of the size now, how many people it holds. But I remember years ago it would hold thousands, and we're really excited about this show. There's the duo group that's playing. They're out of I believe somewhere in St. Charles. Jen helped me out here in the chat room. Pay Dirt. They're a duo act, very great act. And the third act it's Tom Hill and the Carnival of Curiosity and Chaos. And it looks like
Sounds
it's
fun.
Okay. Now,
it
JJ,
sounds like it's going to be a great show. And tickets are only going to be $12.50, which that's a steal for 3 acts anywhere.
Good.
It says
And
Peter.
I'm excited about it.
I was going to ask you how much the tickets were. That's good. $12.50 is nothing. It's like not even an ice cream. So
Exactly.
it's good. And are you sold out?
I'm not sure how many tickets have sold yet. That would be a question for Jen. I'm not sure.
So,
Like I say, I'm just a talent. I just show up.
right.
She says it's almost sold out, and the other groups are Pay Dirt and Tom Hill, and the venue holds 862 people, I think is what the 862 means, and it's almost sold out.
When I used to work the
Awesome.
nightclubs, I used to book 350 people in a room, and I always had to know how filled our room was. One time there was a blizzard in New York in February, and I said, "Oh my God, we're going on, the whole crew. There'll be 6 people out there." Bullshit. I was told mid-show that people were calling in trying to get tickets to the whole table, and they said there's no tables available in a snowstorm. And I take that with me to my grave, because that's what every performer wants. To know that
For sure.
they sold out in a snowstorm to 350 people. That was at Ford's nightclub in Manhattan. It's not there
That's
anymore.
amazing.
I
Hey,
guess
See,
they
that's
closed
really
it.
cool.
We're going to do a real quick educational thing really quick on the show. So everybody listening, if you're on Twitter and you're tweeting about the Jimmy Star Show, please make sure and use the hashtag Jimmy Star Show so we can trend on Twitter. So any tweets that you do, please use the hashtag Jimmy Star Show so we can be like all those other shows that we have more listeners than anyway, that trend on Twitter, and like you get the little things that show that you're trending on Twitter. So please, if you're on Twitter tweeting about the show, use the hashtag Jimmy Star Show. Thank you. All right, go on back. We got to get this. We got to get all the fans really Twitter literate, and so everybody knows what's going on. So that way we can do it all. And Goddess, yes, you need to get a Twitter. Yes, you do. And Jimmy says he loves Ron's stories. And JJ. So we're gonna play the song that you actually wrote for us.
Our wedding
Oh, okay.
song. Yeah.
I
It's a
think it's
beautiful
like
song.
I think it's super fun. It'll be a lot of fun. So tell us a little bit about the song. The song's everything to me. Chad, you got it almost ready, right?
Hi, Captain.
And when Jimmy and I got married, JJ wrote it for us as our official wedding song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
JJ, say something.
I just thought it'd be a great gift for me to use. That couldn't be there, and
Couldn't
And,
get better, baby.
being-
Couldn't get better. Couldn't
being
get,
across, being thousands of miles away, and
no.
it's basically it's just a song about the 2 people that no matter what, they just love each other. They do what they do, and you're everything to me, and it goes both ways. It could be for anyone, but that was your special song, and I know how much you 2 care about each other, and that's why I did that for you.
I love it.
And we love you for it.
All right, everybody. So this is it. JJ, you introduce it to everybody. Chad's going to play it, and then hang on the line, and we'll come back and talk.
And
when
it's
we get
really
done.
a good song. I mean, it happens to be a great song.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you everything to me.
Every time I look into your eyes, a feeling comes over me. You don't have to tell me what's inside, 'cause I can already see every time I hold you in my arms. And I can feel you breathe every time you lie here next to me. every touch and kiss I give to you. You should know that you are loved. This isn't something that comes easy. It was sent from up above. If you're feeling lonely and you need someone you can trust, know you're everything to me. Everything to me, everything to me. Oh, can't you see in your life forever? Just where I wanna be. This ain't no joke, this ain't no lie. I wanna be with you till I die. Oh, can't you see you mean everything to me? Everything to me. Whoever said love was easy must be living some kind of life. One thing is for certain, be you and I till I die. Whoever said love was easy must be living some kind of life. One thing is for certain, be you and I till I die. Everything to me. Oh, can't you see in your life forever? That's where I wanna be. This ain't no joke, this ain't no lie. I wanna be with you till I die. Can't you see you mean everything to me? Everything to me. Oh, you mean everything to me.
Yeah, that's Everything to Me by the fabulous JJ Catrone, and that's the Jimmy Star Ron Russell wedding song. JJ, we love it, and we think it's so great you wrote it, so thank you so much.
And remember, it was just JJ and a guitar. There's no tricks there. There's no amplification. There's no musical background. There's no, phony baloney stuff. That's raw,
Did you
baby.
hear me playing along with you?
Yes.
Yes, that was raw.
I was playing along with it, sitting here with my guitar in my hand.
Yeah,
Everybody
no,
in the chat room loves it.
that's the reason why I like it, because it's intimate, it's raw. It's as if we were in your living room and you decided to sing it for us. That's what I like.
And you're wearing a really nice shirt in that video. Wow.
I know, man. This awesome clothing designer made that for me. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Jimmy Star.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're wearing one of Jimmy's shirts? I didn't notice. You should have showed me. I didn't notice he was wearing a Jimmy Star.
I think it's.
I tell you what, you ever want to get noticed? Wear a Jimmy Star original out in public. That's all you got to do.
That's
Well,
right. I love that.
Jimmy's changed his style. He gave me this jacket for Christmas, and it's a Ralph Lauren plaid jacket. And I thought to myself, I got to be kidding. When I met him a couple of years ago, he had "fuck you" T-shirts, women with their nipples out. I mean, weird, crazy crap. And now he's giving me Ralph Lauren plaid jackets.
I become a little bit more like calm down a little bit more.
Now that Jimmy's getting older, he wants to be a little more
I'm
sophisticated.
just being more sophisticated because I'm trying to broker. I'm not trying. I am brokering $1 million deals, and to do
Right.
that, I can't. Be wearing shirts as I say, go.
But
fuck
he's
your
still
mother and
he's
shit.
still crazy. He's still crazy. He still sleeps with 2 or 3 teddy bears. No, he still is great. No, he's still nuts. He still has a dirty mouth. Every other word is fuck. I mean, so he hasn't gotten to that point of waspism, shall I say? But yeah, but I
Oh,
couldn't
that's
believe that
funny.
he would buy me such a jacket. Usually he would give me something with penises hanging from it or, bullet holes in it.
I think
Bullet holes.
Like a jacket
So
with gunshot holes
it's
in it.
funny too, but like now Chad has the picture up of JJ in the fabulous famous jacket, which you'll get to wear in Chicago because it's going to be cold as can be when you
See,
go there.
I never mentioned it, JJ. I never brought it up.
The beautiful jacket. JJ is such a rock star when he
That
wears this
JJ
jacket.
promised to give to me, but I'm not going to hold him
He is
to
going to
it.
give it to you. You're
No,
going to
he's not.
inherit it one day in like 50 years.
No, I'm much older than JJ. I'll never inherit it. I'll be dead before he is. But I don't mind because Jimmy has a magnificent ermine coat. It's a cocoa beige ermine coat that he doesn't like, and I've taken it. So now I have.
There
So you guys can both wear fur coats together.
Yeah, it's a beautiful coat with a belt in the back. It's tailored, and it's real ermine. You know what ermine is. It's the softest fur in the world. I feel bad for the animals that they kill. I would never, ever have bought that thing because I don't believe in killing animals and wearing them. But if the poor thing is dead already, what's the point?
That was like Jimmy's post he put up on Facebook earlier, I think. It said, what was it? Something about killing my own food because I don't know where sandwiches live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that they have eyes and hearts and they're cute. They're not, well, I guess all animals are beautiful, and we do eat animals. Shame.
We got to give a shout out too to Dave from Stars Now UK, who's having trouble getting his name in the chat room. But we know it's you, Dave. So anybody in the chat room where it says guest new name, that's Dave.
And what's my goddess?
Hello, Dave.
Goddess,
Right.
what have you
You
goddess?
had me all amped up. I had my guitar out. I had a new song for you.
Oh, you got a
But
new song? You want to play a new song? We got time.
Oh, we got time. Yeah, let's play it. This is
We got time. We'll play it.
This is one of the new ones I'm getting ready to go in the recording studio and do. It's called Better Me.
There you go. All right, everybody. Better Me live on the Jimmy Star Show by super rock star JJ Catrone.
Good morning, I'm here all alone. Sitting at the table, staring at the floor. Hopeless to wait for a call I know it won't come. Since I've gone and messed things up again. Keep going over exactly what I did. I have this feeling that I will gone for good. Got good success behind me, out of the head. Try to forgive myself for the things that I if the fog is lifted, now I can finally see. Is it a better me? I just gotta fall to get up again. Easy to give up when you never win. Feeling self-pity, not gonna change your thing. I close my eyes, I see it in my head. With a whole about instead of you in my bed. I do a 5D Steven says, as it goes. Got good bed behind me, fight another head. Try to forget myself for the things that I did. The fog is lifted, now I can finally see. Is it a better Got to dance behind me, try to move ahead. Try to forget myself for the things that done sin. The fog is easy, now I can find a dance. You can't live the better me. Better be. If you can't live a better me.
JJ?
Yay!
Hey, JJ, it started out a little rough.
JJ, I love you, but
It's a
don't
phone.
you dare ever transmit over a phone again. It sounded like shit. We couldn't hear you.
Well.
All kinds of weird noises came in. We couldn't hear you. Then your voice sounded like somebody was putting a suppository up your butt. And then you sounded.
Did I mention I was at the doctor? Did I mention I was at the doctor's office getting a colonoscopy? That's probably what it was.
Oh, get out of here! Don't ever do. You have a great voice. Don't ever do that shit again. It was terrible. Send us it.
You got it.
No, the phone.
If
No.
we could have seen you, it probably would have been better because we could have seen it.
No, it was bad.
Because then he wouldn't have been on a phone.
No,
He
you
would've
know,
been on a computer.
JJ, you know what I heard? Because I love you.
Yeah, it kept going out on our end.
Oh, well. You tell you what, we'll have to. I'll make sure to do a video and send it to you.
Here's what we're gonna. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell everybody where they go to your Reverb Nation, because your Reverb Nation, where you're like one of the top Reverb Nation accounts around, has all the music on it, and everybody can hear what you sound like for real. Because like for real, you're a rock star, and we love everything you do.
That to me sounded like I don't know what, extraterrestrial maybe. But you can't sing into a cell phone, honey. You just can't sing into a cell phone.
You got it.
Cell phones don't.
There you go.
Where's our Reverb Nation? Because now we want everybody to go and listen to how great you actually are.
I mean, that's
Go to www.reverbnation.com/JJ Catrone. And I'm also on Twitter and Facebook. You can find me all over the place.
He's at JJ Catrone, you guys, on Twitter and Facebook. And JJ Catrone is freaking awesome. He's going to be auditioning for The Voice also in February 27th.
February 7th is The Voice. February 27th is the show at the Casa Loma Ballroom.
There we go. And everybody check out JJ's music. And you can also Google him. He's got some stuff on YouTube, so you can see it. And everybody in the chat room is saying that we'll have to bring you back. But a lot of you guys are newer in the chat room from the 5 years that we've been on the air. JJ's been on the show all the time. We love JJ.
And trust me, JJ doesn't sound like that, because if he did, he wouldn't be on our show. No bullshit. I always say it every week. Jimmy Star has the best taste in people he brings on our show. We never have bad performances. We've always got the tops. It was the cell phone. It was not done correctly, but we love you just the same, JJ. And we're going to listen to that again when you present it properly, and it's going to be fabulous. Not your fault.
Well, you're going to be getting an MP3 then from the studio real soon. How's that sound?
There you go.
Because
absolutely.
You know, doing it raw like that in your house with bad acoustics, a guitar, and a cell phone. Forget about it. I mean, that's like,
Forget about it.
That's like some Johnny Joe trying to romance his girlfriend, in Brooklyn from Chicago. That's not a JJ Pro.
So everybody,
is that him screaming? Is that him screaming at her to get into the car or something? Yeah, get in the car.
Yeah, get in the car. Get in the car. I mean, you saw that stupid thing from that Croker movie? God forbid. But anyway, yeah, when I kept saying, get in the car, get in the car. She wouldn't get in the car.
There's difference, though, because ours was like done and it was supposed to look good. Like yours was just impromptu over a cell phone. Ours was actually done by people who thought they were professional.
Right.
Big difference.
Right.
All right, everybody, Follow JJ Catrone on Twitter. Check him out. He's going to be on The Voice. We wish you all the luck with that. We want to say hello and to Neroli Entertainment, your new management. I'm sure they're going to do fabulous things because you're a real talent, and we want to thank you for coming on the show and say hello to your wife and your daughter.
Hello, Adrian. Hello, Gigi Monster. I'll see you soon.
All righty, JJ.
Love and kisses.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me on.
All righty, JJ. Bye-bye.
Anytime. Love and kisses, JJ. He's
Yay.
one of my special people.
JJ's awesome, you guys. We love him to death.
We love him to death. He's been with us for a long time. And off camera and off set, he's a terrific guy.
Great guy.
Great guy. Right? Good people. The kind of guy you want to hang with and be friends with.
So here's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to play a music video. I don't know how many of you guys like the 80s, but I'm like a product of the 80s. I freaking love the 80s and the 90s. One of my favorite like dance groups of the 80s is Expose, which we happen to be very good friends with all the girls in Expose, especially Joya, Bruno.
Joya, yeah.
And they had a song that was like one of the first dance songs when I was like it came out when I was a senior in college, or junior or senior in college, and we would go clubbing and we would dance to this song all the time. The name of the song is Come Go With Me. The name of the group is Expose. Chad, you got it?
And
Let's
everybody
go.
thought I was so cute and I danced to it.
Here we go, everybody. Expose's Come Go With Me.
Flashback.
Isn't that cool?
That's something else.
That's when music is fun and dancing. I used to love that.
Gotta said that she used to do her hair like that. Like, I love Expose to death. Like, I have all the records. I think they're freaking like awesome. Like, so everybody, and they're from South Florida, you guys. So anybody in Florida, they're actually from. that way. So, and Dave from Stars Now is saying, have we had Lee John on our show yet? Yes, we have. We had Lee John on last year, which is really cool. I love that. I love Expose, though. Chad, did you ever listen to that dance music?
When I hear that song, I think of a couple buddies that had like IROC Z's with T-tops. And, they had the Alpine, I believe, like tape player or something when that was the hot thing. So,
Right, Alpine tape player.
Right, remember those?
I remember those. I had them.
All
I had
right.
earphones. I was one of the first people to have that little transmission box with the earphones, and you put the cassette in.
The 8-track tape, you mean?
The little box, the first ones that came out.
Okay.
In the late 70s or middle 70s they came out. You know what? The first piece of music I had on there was We Are Family with Sister Sledge. That was the first album I ever played on my little transmitter.
I got Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy was my first one.
No,
my
mine
first
was
8-track.
Sister Sledge. Ooh.
That's funny.
We have to have Kathy back on, We got to call Kathy Sledge. I love her so much.
So let's go with a quick ad, you guys. You can hear the Jimmy Star Show on all these great radio stations, starting out with our home station, W4CY, with the fabulous Chad Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear us on WROM Radio in Detroit, Hamilton Radio in New Jersey, Planet Radio Network in New York, LA, Ontario, and London, Monster FM Radio in New York, Jackalope Radio in Kansas City, K4HD Radio in LA, WBAD Radio in Washington, D.C., and at blastfi.com/Jimmy Stars World. We're also on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and next week our Roku channel will be live. So you can watch the videos on Roku, YouTube, Vimeo, and JimmyStarsWorld.com.
And in about 6 months, we're going to have a studio where we're going to bring guests into the studio to interview them so that we don't have to Skype. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Not having all the Skype problems we have. That's what I'm holding off for Johnny Manthis, because Johnny lives in Hollywood. It actually lives in L.A. And I would like to send a limo for him and to bring him to the studio. I don't want to just do a Skype with him. I have to make out with him or something. I mean, I took a picture with Johnny and I squeezed him so hard that he gave me a dirty look. I don't think he likes to be squeezed, but I adore the man. I'm in love with him. I'm crazy about him.
Actually, though, we'll still be we won't be Skyping. We'll just be Skyping here with the station.
Our studio will shoot it out to you guys, but Johnny will be in with us.
There you go. We're working on that at least.
Yeah, and I'm working on a lot of other celebrities that are friends of mine out there who are very funny and interesting. A lot of them are the old stars from old Hollywood, the mega stars. And that's fun because I bring out the crazy in them and the best in them.
Also, if you're in the chat room, check out all Goddess's pictures. She's putting all kinds of cool pictures up, which is really cool. And
Well,
Goddess,
I didn't see any.
that's Goddess is a little girl right there.
Oh, I can't see. It's
so anyway, we love you, Goddess. We think you're fabulous. And I want to play one more song because we're going to have another guest calling in a minute. But I want to get some of these big songs. So one of my favorite rock songs of the '80s, and I'm not a nowadays Bruce Springsteen fan at all. I only like Bruce Springsteen back in the old days in the 80s when he did The River and Born to Run and stuff. So I thought we would play a live version of Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run because to me it's one of the greatest rock songs of the 80s, and I freaking love it. I know all the words. And Chad, you got that ready?
Bruce.
All right, everybody. So here it is, one of my favorite songs from the 80s, Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. Check it out.
Thanks. Remember, in the end, nobody wins unless everybody wins. Come! One time! In the day we sweat out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through mansions of glory, suicide machines. Run from cages on highways.
up, everybody? That's Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. I freaking love it. Chad, did you ever like Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, yeah. I love the boss, man. He's the best.
I
never liked him. I thought he screamed.
He does scream.
He screams, so anybody could scream. I know a lot of queens that scream.
That is not an easy scream. I was thinking to myself, how does he do that night after night? And that's pretty talented.
Oh, and you wreck your throat, and all you have is polyps. The polyps sing for you. I mean, I know lots of screaming queens.
I really only like Bruce Springsteen though, the stuff that he does now. I don't really like it.
I never thought he was a talent at all. I mean, nah. A sign of the time. Look, there's so many people out there who really stink and make bazillions of dollars. And then you have great talent, people that have beautiful voices that are never recognized. That's a sad part of our business. It's called gimmick. If you got a gimmick and if you got good PR people and they push and you got a lot of people with money behind you backing you. Look at Tiny Tim years ago. Do you remember Tiny Tim? Tiptoe through the tulips, we'll tiptoe. That's sick, demented fruit. I mean, it was a nut job. It was on Johnny Carson's show. He got married on Johnny Carson's show, made a fortune of money, singing with the ukulele, Tiptoe to the Tulips. I mean, come on.
There you go.
Everybody,
too, I want to just give a shout-out to Stefan Daniel Bell in the chat room. I know he seems pushy in the chat room, everybody. He's trying to get the show to trend so we can grow and get bigger. So all that stuff that he's doing and asking you to use hashtags and everything, don't get upset or offended. He's just trying to help us out to grow because that's what we need to do.
What the hell is a hashtag?
And, a hashtag is a little number sign that
it's like hash browns.
Something that you put on Twitter when you put stuff on Twitter and Instagram.
And what's the purpose of the hashtag?
It draws people to it to find out how many people are watching what you're doing.
It doesn't draw me to it. I just thought it was
because you don't even get on. You don't even get on there. That's why.
No, because I'm not from this era.
And also, I want to give a shout out to Tristan, who's Sing Feminine in there for doing so many great hashtags during the show today. And to Goddess, I want to say, Goddess, you put that picture up, right? And I was trying to figure out which one it was you. And when I clicked it, it kicked me out of the chat room. And so then I couldn't get back in. So I don't know which one was you, but I was going to guess the girl in the front row.
And Goddess, send us pictures of you now. I mean, sexy pictures, see-through clothes and kind of vampy stuff.
Wow.
That's what everybody wants to see. But, getting back to these people that...
what's a hashtag? They're writing in there now because you wrote that.
What's a hashtag? You're
going to start your own hashtag. It makes a list of things for people.
I don't give a shit about any of this crap. You know what? I'm from the days when I performed on a stage and people applauded. And if they really liked you, they stood up and applauded. And that was all you needed. You didn't need Twitter, Twatter, and Tweeter.
Nowadays, you got to have it.
No, you didn't need to be loved by millions and millions of people. This is insanity. I told you, I did a show, 350 people. They loved me. I went home happy. Not rich, but happy.
That's okay. Nowadays, though, that's...
nowadays, you got to have 5 million this one and 20 million on the other thing. Get the frig out of here. Too much work.
No way, it's fun.
Oh, please. Everybody, look, do you think the big movie stars do this bullshit? They have assistants that do it. I don't know one major star friend of mine, and I know major stars that sit down on the toilet like you and do Twitter. And what a place to do Twitter on the toilet. That tells you
that's why I get a lot of stuff done.
He thinks of Twitter.
I
don't think that George Clooney...
I do it everywhere.
I don't think George Clooney sits on the toilet doing Twitter. Trust me. George would never. Or any of my celebrity friends out west. I'm going to ask them, when they come on our show, Jimmy.
John Behrman does his own.
I doubt it.
He does. He told us he did on there.
Yeah, but I think John does it, every now and then.
Everything he posts is a picture of him. It's him and his boyfriend everywhere they go.
Yeah, I know, but he does that on the cell phone.
Yeah, no, I do it on the cell phone too.
Right.
Everybody does it on the cell phone.
But you think he sits like you fanatically with this Twitter crap?
He doesn't have to because he's not trying to get guests for the show and people to go to websites and all this stuff. He's just got fans himself.
I have no idea what it's all about today. It's like theater has gone to outer space or into electronics. Years ago, theater was theater. Fun was fun. Actors acted, comedians made you laugh. We didn't worry about all this crap.
Yep. Now you have to, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the business has become all money.
I think it's fun. It's going to be fun. I enjoy it. I actually love all the social media stuff. I mean, it's getting to be so much that you can't keep track, so you have to pick the ones that you like the best. So check us out on Twitter, Instagram are the two best ones, and then Facebook once in a while because I post to Facebook. But
the first time I ever heard of Twitter, I was in a car with Lara Spencer and my daughter, and Lara was telling me how I should. I loved it. How I should do Twitter. I said, Lara, what the fuck are you talking about? She said, you got to go on Twitter. You have to. I said, Lara, I have a clue what you're talking about. And then she's trying to explain it to me. And then finally, she just looked at me and she said, just forget it. And I did. And that was years ago. But now Lara doesn't really do her own Twitter and stuff. Because I twit her. I write her and she doesn't write me back. I mean, she doesn't have to because I talk to her. But I mean, I do. I compliment her clothes or something she's put up on Facebook. She doesn't answer me.
What's up? So we want to give another shout out. There's Dave, I think. Jimmy McCrae said he dumped everything for Twitter, and I think that might be Dave in the pink thing. Is that Dave? Dave from England. I'm not sure. It might
In a
be
pink
Dave.
dress?
No, in a pink, like, what do you call it? Boa. A pink boa.
Oh, that's gay.
And, oh my gosh,
You keep losing. Oh, there he is. You just lost him again.
Yo, Jimmy Star.
Okay.
Yo, Jimmy
Dave,
Star.
The pink,
Yes.
the pink
I got a
boa is
Ron
nice.
and a Rod trying to call in, but they're calling me on a group, and I can't answer that.
Okay, so
I'm hosting a
let's
group.
call them back one at a time.
Roger.
All right.
Dave, the pink feathers are nice, but you should have had like a hat with a veil or long earrings. The feathers just aren't enough.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't know. Gotta says she has a pink tutu for you.
That's for Jimmy, the pink tutu and ballerina slippers. That's Jimmy's fantasy to be a ballerina.
No, it's not.
You told me that when you were a child, you wore your sister's ballet slippers.
I did wear my sister's ballet sisters.
So therefore, you're a fairy. You like those music on the top of the music box, the fairy girl on the ballerina slippers, and she spins around while the music box plays.
My sister had this doll, and it had a crown at the top, and it was a ballerina in a pink tutu, and you clicked on it, and you pushed down on it, and she would do pirouettes and stuff. And like, I wanted that so bad when I was a kid that when I was like 20, I found one in a doll store, and I bought it.
You know, when they say that we chose to be gay, I laugh my ass off. Here's a kid, 7 years old, wanting to be in a tutu, spinning around like a ballerina. Now, if you had a son and your son was in a tutu with ballerina slippers spinning around at 7, I think you'd be concerned that your son might be a fairy.
Goddess said she remembers that doll. That doll was the coolest doll ever. She had pink toe shoes. It was awesome.
I mean, what boy talks this way? Boys talk about baseball, trucks, superheroes.
She had blonde hair.
See, my Jimmy just wanted to be a blonde-haired toe dancer.
Yeah, I think that's funny.
Tiptoe to the tulips, girl.
So Chad, hey Rod, how about hit the video button?
Hey!
See if you can hit the video button. There we go. We got one of you coming on.
Hey!
All right, there
There
we got
you go.
one. Hello. I think he's calling you guys individually because the group didn't work. So I think that's what we're
going
doing.
on with this technology anyway?
That's right. So everybody's starting out. We have Rod Novak, and did we pronounce it Novak?
Yeah.
Novak from King Harvest, and in a second, I think we're going to have Ron Altback. Chad, are you trying to call Ron? Here we go.
Getting it.
There we go.
Chad is a rock star. And so, Ron, make sure you hit your video. There you go.
All right, we're on.
We're almost there. We don't have you quite in view yet, but we're getting there.
I can see you.
Oh, you
Looking
can
good.
see. Okay, we can't see you yet. So what we're gonna do? Because what we're gonna do is once we actually get there, we go. Now
There
we can
you
see
are.
you. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend like none of that happened, so I can do an intro for the TV show. And so we're gonna do a new intro now for everybody. And here's how it's gonna go. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Jimmy Star Show. Rod Novak and Ron Altbach from King Harvest. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
There you go. That worked. So before we get started, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, boys. Can I ask you a question? Do you do your own twitting? What do you say? Twitting?
I don't think you call it twatting.
Well, look, I hope you do some twatting in Paris because Paris has got some good twat. But listen, twitting. How do you say it? Do you do your own tweeting? Truth.
I do.
Yeah,
You
Rod
do?
does.
How did you figure it out?
I don't know. I got drunk one night and figured it out. You know?
But Ron likes twatting in Paris better. I can see he's like a dirty, nasty man. I love it.
Hang on, before we get going, let me introduce the
Paris when it sizzles. Woo!
Why do you think we went to Paris?
Exactly.
Wait. How did you know that he's the one who's in Paris?
Because he has that dirty look in his eye. He's got that like snatch in his eye. He's got snatch eyes. You know, snatch eyes.
Oh, look at my Roman painting in the back. I could be any place.
You know, when you meet certain men, they have snatch eyes. Their eyes are like, they look like snatch, and now he's got those snatch eyes.
Okay, hold on. Let me introduce, first of all, the guy who set the whole call up. He's our man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. Welcome to the show.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks.
Chad, how are you?
Thanks for being here. I'm good.
That's okay. And then we have a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, chat room. We don't see them, but we
Oh, you
like
can't
them.
see them, but they're all there. And so,
Oh,
just
good.
say hello and don't worry, and just pretend like you know that they're there.
We know they're there. We know they're there.
Yeah, that
All
works. Actually, somebody in the chat room says they were in Paris yesterday because we have people listening from all over the world. That's
Really?
Dave. And yeah, so he's actually an old rock guy who likes all the old rock stars and knows all the old rock stars. So he's probably like excited to have you on the show. And
So, Dave, did you twat while you were in Paris?
Dave twats everywhere.
So,
Jim Morrison did.
Yeah, that's right. So Rod, tell us where you're at, since we know that Ron's in Paris.
Well, I'm in a little burg outside of New York in the great state of New Jersey.
oh, Jersey. You're from Jersey.
From New
Jersey.
Jersey.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I don't know what happened, guys. I spent years in California, the Caribbean, South Florida, and all of a sudden I'm up here in New Jersey. I got detoured or lost or something.
Well, I have the same story. I made a wrong turn. I've lived in California most of my life in Florida. Now I'm in New Hope, Pennsylvania. I
Hey.
made a left when I should have made a right.
Hey, yeah, it's too many drugs when you're younger, I think.
No, I don't think that's true. But you know what? It's freezing cold here. We're moving back to Palm Springs. I'm not doing this anymore. No, I can't do this anymore, this cold bullshit. No more.
Wait, where were you in Florida? Where in Florida did you live?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, me too.
I
lived
lived
in
in
Fort
Las
Lauderdale.
Vegas and Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Yeah, I lived there from 1986 until about 2006.
Now,
We got
Rod,
there right after the good days ended. The last year was 1984. That was the end of spring break in Fort Lauderdale.
I know. I was in college from 82 to
true.
86, so we would go to Fort Lauderdale for spring break because then I lived in West Palm Beach.
And I lived in Boca Raton, and the 80s and 90s were the best time to live in Boca. It was. Everybody was dressed great and going to parties and going to the beach club. Everybody was into Gucci, Gachi, and bullshit. And everybody was, darling, it's fabulous, all that shit. It was a nice era. It was an era of phony baloney. I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah.
So let's go real quick because you guys actually didn't you guys all get together in New York and Ithaca at Cornell? That's what I read in your bio. Is that correct?
that's an accurate bio. We all went to Cornell. But I want to tell the story how I met Rod.
Okay, tell us.
Rod was a terrific musician, but he also was a great scholar, and he was taking this art history course, and I knew that the exam was at 2:00 one afternoon, and suddenly at 3:00 I knew that he was home because I kept calling his home. The reason I was calling his home is I wanted to buy some contraband from him. He also dealt in contraband. And he was home, so there was no way he could be home an hour after the exam. But the long story short is that he left the exam with one of those exam answer books under his shirt, and went home and answered all the questions correctly, and then went in that night and put the answer book on the floor and stepped on it and made it look like it had gotten lost, and he got a B plus, and that made me love this guy. He is my hero since then.
I love it though. I'm a native Floridian, so I lived in Florida for 49 years until I moved up here with Ron. And so I had never really been. I've been to New York City, but I had never been to the outskirts. And we have friends who live in Lake Geneva. So every 4th of July we go to Lake Geneva, which is only like an hour drive from Ithaca. And
it's not Lake. It's the lake is called something else, but it's in
Seneca. It's Seneca Lake.
Lake Seneca.
Lake
Yeah.
Seneca in Geneva.
In Geneva. Okay.
Now, when you went to school, was Carl Sagan there?
Yeah.
Was Sagan there? Yeah, Sagan was
Yeah,
there.
sure he was.
Yeah.
He did,
Carl's wife, Linda, is a 35-year friend of mine, and she's one of the most incredibly intelligent, fabulous, beautiful women. That's Carl's ex-wife, Linda Sagan. She has a son with Carl, who's also Josh. What the hell was his name? Jason. Genius family.
So hold on, let's go back to you guys. All right, so we got the whole Sagans. We know he knows the Sagans. You guys are from Cornell. Let's go with this. Okay, so first of all, anybody who doesn't know who King Harvest is, everybody knows the song "Dancing in the Moonlight."
Absolutely.
It was like one of the big. First of all, I've been listening to the song now since I knew you were coming on. I've been listening to a bunch of your music, and I've listened to "Dancing in the Moonlight" about 600 times in 5 days. I freaking love it. And so first of all, let everybody know that this is who you guys are, and it's really cool that the song gets featured in films and stuff like all the time. I don't know what Scorpion is, but Blacklist I watch, Bates Motel I watch, and Bad Grandpa was hilarious, especially when he got his penis stuck in the Coke machine at the beginning. And it was very, very funny. So tell us a little bit about, in your own words, what was it like to have like one of the biggest songs of an era? You can both go. You can take.
You go ahead, Rod.
Well, say something. I remember that song today as well as I remembered it then, and I remembered singing it, and it wasn't my kind of music, to be quite frank and honest. But it was so fucking good that I had to sing it. So that's the best compliment.
He's like a disco queen.
I like Peggy Lee, Johnny Mathis, people like that from my time. I'm 75 years old. I'm not from those days. But your song was not my kind of music, but I loved it. Dancing in the Moonlight. I mean, it's still cool. It still plays.
We're going to play it too for everybody in a minute. But go ahead. Tell us what it was like for you guys at the time.
What I think is that it kind of slowly crept along. We never really got us that it wasn't a big deal that we just recorded it and had a hit, because we played with that song for years. Sherman Kelly wrote it in like 1968 or something. And then his brother Wells, who played with Orleans and a bunch of people, he brought it over to Europe when he played with us, and we messed around with it. We recorded it a couple different times, used to play it live all the time. Then when we finally did record it for real, it flopped over there. And then it just started little by little picking up regionally in the United States. And it just kind of slowly grew. So it never really hit all over at one time. That song was on the charts for like 21 weeks or something. And it went from region to region all over the United States.
Yeah, it was even longer. It was even longer. And we recorded it in a studio that was no bigger than maybe 10 by 20 feet. In fact, the singer, Doc Robinson, may he rest in peace. I'm sure he is resting in peace, actually.
What's up, Doc?
He had to go out into the stairwell to sing the lead because they didn't have any echo in the studio, and that was the best echo was in the stairwell. And we always tell the story about the toilet brush that he uses, and this is kind of unique instrument sound on the track. But we recorded it. And then it was supposed to come out on Fantasy Records in the U.S. when Creedence Clearwater was such a big deal then. And Saul Zaentz, again, may he rest in peace, decided he didn't like the record. He didn't think it was going to hit. We talked to him many years later, and he always said he made a big mistake. But he didn't put out the record. So we actually broke up at this was in the late fall of 1972. We ended basically. Rod came back to the U.S. I went to England. And I was giving a piano recital out in California, like a serious serious music, classical music recital. And I got in my rented Pinto afterward, and I turned on the radio, and there was Dancing in the Moonlight. And I called my mother, which now you're talking about 1 or 2 in the morning in upstate New York. And I said, you're not going to believe this. Our song's on the radio. And she said, in her extremely strong Austrian accent, she told me that our producer, Jack Robinson, been trying to call for days. You're talking before cell phones and before faxes and before FedEx and before anything, And so it was a surprise to us. Yeah, no, it was a big surprise to us when it became a hit. It was a remarkable surprise. And it's still, though, to this day, Rod probably feels the same way. You hear it on the radio and you get just happy because it's cool.
It's as new today as it was then. And it was a tremendous hit in New York City. And you know what they say, if you hit in New York, you hit all over. And it played a long time. And I know that song. I could almost remember the lyric. And that's pretty good.
I know all the lyrics.
I don't remember my name. So, I don't remember if I have to pee or if I had to go get a drink of water. I say to myself, am I peeing or drinking? I'm confused. But I remember the lyrics to that song, some of them, which is amazing.
Here's what I want to do. I want to play it. We're going to keep you guys on because we're going to talk more after we play it. But we're going to play the song. I want one of you guys to introduce the song for everybody. Then we're going to play it, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Go ahead, Ron.
What song? Dancing in the Moonlight?
Yeah, what the hell do you think we're talking about? The karaoke?
I'm just having a senior moment there.
No, I have them. I have them all the time. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your listening and dancing enjoyment, straight from Paris, hot off the press, little tune by King Harvest called "Dancing in the Moonlight."
Oh.
We get it almost every night, and when that moon gets so big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things alive. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun and we never fight. You can't dance and stay uptight. It's supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things alive. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright.
What a great song.
Love it.
It is such a happy song. Why don't we have music like that today? Why is music today so heavy and blah? I mean, it makes you feel, I want to go out now and buy something or eat something or do something. Today's music, I want to go to bed and shoot myself. I mean, especially that rap shit. What do you think of that rap horrible stuff? Boys, come on, tell the truth. What do you think when they sing, I'm going to get you woman, I'm going to beat your ass, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to slit you, I'm going to get you?
Rap
lyric
when
is that?
when it
What's that
started.
lyric?
When it started,
What?
though, in the '80s, when rap really started, I was in London with a great band, just visiting some friends called Sailor, and we went to see some Jamaican band, and they did rap, but it was political. And Rod and I, when we were in college, we were members of a left-wing organization. We wanted good, equal rights for all peoples and good lives for most, and so the political rap was cool. It just kind of devolved, unfortunately, into gangster
Where'd the
rap.
gangster rap come from?
Yeah,
What the hell is
yeah.
that? The hood gangster stuff with shooting and killing and
Hang
stabbing.
on. Well, what do you guys think in general? Like, do you listen to any modern music at all? Like rock music?
I listen to a lot of different stuff. I like a lot of the new people that are out there. It's kind of the middle of the road middle people. Bruno Mars.
Mars is good.
What do you think of my?
What's her name? All About That Bass. Megan Trainor.
See, now she's the one I have to say I don't get Megan Trainor. I don't know why people like Megan. I don't like Megan Trainor at all.
Really?
I just don't. I'm pretty broad. I have a pretty broad spectrum of every kind of music, and I watch, all the stupid like reality shows. Like I watch X Factor, like in every country, on YouTube. I watch every country to see all the different kinds of people, and I like a whole bunch of all the different people, but I just don't.
Your guys are probably 10 years my junior. I suspect you're around 65, 62, 63. I'm 75. So my music went from the Frank Sinatra, Vaughn Monroe.
They didn't answer you.
No, I'm throwing it out there. I'm not looking for an answer. I mean, it's obvious that they didn't make that song when they were 7.
No, but Frank Sinatra was a bit before us. I mean, when
he was before me also. I mean, Frank Sinatra, when he sang in Brooklyn, I wasn't even born yet. That was 42, 43, whatever. I'm talking about Frank later years. And when the ballads of the 1950s, the wonderful music then, turned into rock and roll, I made that transition. I was the Motown freak of the earth. I mean, Motown to me was like, forget about it, the only music in the world. And then we went from Motown into the drugs. And then we did, like my friend Country Joe and the Fish and all the great, groups of the 60s and 70s when everybody was loaded and screwing everybody. And then music left there and it went into some kind of, I don't know what. And then the gangster stuff happened. So I've really been through 6 decades of music.
Do you like
there were some transitions in there.
There are some transitions, but I don't know how they.
We were friendly with, as an example, when we were in L.A., we were friendly with some of the guys in the band Chicago, and in fact, I
love Chicago.
Peter Cetera sang on some recording with us, and we spent quite a bit of time. That you can't say anything bad about Chicago. They were a great band.
Absolutely.
But here's a great example of fun music. What you're talking about, man, about like why don't they write songs that are fun anymore? When Chicago and the Beach Boys, we played with the Beach Boys for a couple of years. When Jimmy Gershow put the Chicago Beach Boys tour together, they only did a few shows because Chicago didn't want to follow the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to open for them, that's for sure, because it was a Beach Boys comeback thing, so they dissolved the whole deal. But here you had one of the best bands in American history, and they couldn't follow good time music. You just can't beat it,
Yeah, there was something about seeing people singing the word, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people singing the words to the Little Deuce Coupe and Barbara Ann. Fun.
The Beach Boys in my neighborhood were like faggy. That was like faggy music. The Beach Boys, all those surfing guys, we would beat them up.
Oh, Jan and Dean. Dean was like singing.
If they came to my neighborhood, we had to hit them because they just didn't make it. They were like those sissy boys, boom, 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 boom. It didn't work for us. That's like, the wonderful, and she's a friend of mine, Connie Francis, who I love, Connie. I see her whenever I'm in Florida, but she was like a faggy girl. We would smack her around too.
But you know what? Ron? You know what, Ron? The fact is that because Rod's from upstate New York, I'm from upstate New York, and we grew up with R&B music, and so
I love R&B, love it.
Well, R&B music in Buffalo, R&B music in Syracuse, there were bands nobody's ever heard of, like Little Charles and the Sidewinders, and Otis and the All Night Workers, and Wilmer and the Dukes. These were
Junior and the Dukes.
Yeah, they were fantastic bands.
Love them.
But I have to say, when we moved to California in 1974. California was I never listened to a Beach Boy record in my life until I started playing piano with them. But the fact is that there's something about California. There is something about California.
It's still that way now.
I moved to California in 1951. I grew up there, and I remember all the young guys saying, "Oh wow, I just shot her beaver," and I wanted to vomit. Where's this shit coming from? I'm from Brooklyn. What kind of shoot beaver? What are you talking about? And I thought they were so sissy, I wanted to smack them all. And I'm gay. The gay guy shouldn't feel like he's the straight one beating up the fairies. But anyway, California to me was always blonde, silly, big tits, and stupid. Not substance. LA today, of course, is a fabulous city of international people and great music. But back in the 60s, it was gay music. You're the Beach Boys.
I think even for my generation, the California people, the California band, even now, if you listen to rock bands from California, East Coast and West Coast, they're not the same.
No, but
but
the
that's
70s,
Snip Chanel
but the 70s in California. Don't think about it. The Eagles, the Eagles, Jackson Brown.
Yeah.
Well,
No, the
I don't know.
70s,
They were good bands. They were good bands. They were
Absolutely.
if you lived in L.A. like I did in the 70s, my friend, you went up to Topanga Canyon. Familiar with Topanga Canyon?
Sure, of course.
There's a club up there called The Corral. Now, you couldn't get in sober. They throw you off the cliff. You had to be like shit-faced, unable to speak, move, or walk to be let in. And they had everybody you're talking about play there for free. These guys would go up there just to jam. The biggest of bands in the world would be up there. And I remember just standing there paralyzed because the music was incredibly great. Great music.
Linda Ronstadt. Here's where the transition. Here's where there's a kind of the river comes together. When we were in college, Rod and I, we both played in a band, not together, but we played in a band called the Ratchets, and it was an R&B band with three African American girls, and they did all the stuff, all the Supremes and Martha and Vandellas and all.
Love it.
And then there were three guys called the Del Royals, and they did Chuck Jackson songs and Temptation songs and Four Top songs, and
Fabulous.
I mean it was a great band. But what was one of the songs that everybody loved? Heat Wave. Another one, You're No Good. And good for Linda Ronstadt that she got hits with those, with those great old R&B songs. And she did a good job with it.
Guess who started it? Mary Wells.
Oh, sure.
Nothing in the world could ever take the place of my guy. That started the whole Motown movement. Mary Wells is definitely the mama of all the music and poor Mary has passed away like young. She died so young. It's a sin. I love Mary.
Vanilla Fudge.
You keep me hanging on.
No, actually, Vanilla Fudge, believe it or not, because I used to be a clothing designer, and they did a reunion tour, and I dressed them for the reunion tour. They've been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
We did a
classic version of that Motown song,
Rod, do you remember when we did that parking lot out in Montebello, California, and we were with the band Rare Earth. They did the Temptation song. It's all right. Well, I forget the name. What's the name of that song?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I think though, one thing I can't stand about the fact
Get ready. Right.
Yes, of the music is that I wish that MTV would have been around back in you guys' generation because there's no good music videos really of all these
wait
great
a minute.
hits.
We had videos back then. Oh, yes, we did.
You go on YouTube, you don't find videos for any of them.
Jimmy. I have recorded Dinah Ross's Supreme.
I'm not talking
no, wait a minute.
about
In
that.
Central Park in 1960-something.
You might have a
No,
one.
we had a show on television.
Ask them. Is there an official video for Dancing in the Moonlight from back in the 70s?
From the midnight special with Wolfman Jack, but we can't get our hands on it.
Wolfman Jack.
I'm sure we won't get off it.
Boys, I have to speak about today. There's a singer today that she's from the 80s and she's coming back again. Angie B. Are you familiar with her?
No.
Know her. She was popular with Hammer, around the Hammer time.
She sings today. She's a woman in her 50s. She looks gorgeous. And she's got a new song out called Love. That is so spectacular that when her album comes out, she's going to bring back the sound. There are other singers that we know of who are friends who are doing all the covers of the 80s music. Somebody should do a cover of your song if they're smart.
Well, a lot did. The big
Who did?
Top Loader, the Australian group, had a huge hit with it.
English, but
Was it as good as yours?
In the UK. No, it's not as good
Was
as
it
theirs.
as good? To tell the truth, boys, we don't lie on television.
Well, it was kind of
I
poppy.
think it was, they changed with the times, and it sounds more like a song that was recorded in 2000 than a song that was recorded in 1973. I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's just a different style. They had a huge hit with it. Yeah.
The guy's got a great voice. Actually, he's a very good singer.
Good band.
They're from the UK, right? Top Loader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought they were Australian.
I've heard of them, and it's funny because when I was looking to see if I could find videos from back then, which if I would have found, we would have played it instead of just playing the song, but I couldn't find one. I was going to play one of you guys now, a more current one. I saw one, but I didn't know if you would like that, so I thought we would just play the actual MP3 because you guys there are a few videos of you guys playing in the last couple of years. maybe 3 years ago or 4
we
years.
we did a 40th reunion in it'll be 4 years this summer, and it was in our little hometown upstate New York, and it's a town of about 1,000 people, and about 3,500 people showed up, and they closed the roads and everything, and it was a fantastic moment. And as it turned out, it was the last time we saw Doc, but it was a big heart opening thing for all of us. We hadn't seen each other for. Well, we did what was the name of that show we did, Rod, with one of the
70s Experience with T.J. Levinsky
right.
for NPR, not NPR, but public television.
Public radio, public TV, yeah. And
I have to ask you a question, boys, before we go off the air. We have some people. Well, we have some people that want to know, what did you mean about the toilet brush in the music? Where was it used? You got to clear that up now. You got to clear.
Listen to the. If you listen to the intro, you'll hear it come in and goes.
I heard it. I didn't know it was a toilet brush. That's amazing.
It was a toilet brush.
I love it. So everybody out in the chat room, it was a toilet brush in the intro when you hear the.
So how many albums did you guys actually release?
Oh, I don't know, 15.
We under different names. You'd never.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. No, but under King Harvest, we released the first album, which was really a kind of a it wasn't done as an album. There were a bunch of different cuts that we did at different times, and when the hit came, the French record company just kind of slammed them all together, which was fine. I mean, they owned them. But
would you like to make the money today that they're making with an album? Unfortunately, back in your time, they didn't make that. The recording company copped most of your money. Not today.
Well, we didn't sell many. To be fair, I think we sold millions and millions of singles during that time. But our record company, which was called Perceptive Records, they were so perceptive that they realized that their perception was if they didn't pay us our royalties, they're better off. So they actually went bankrupt. It was a very bad situation. We didn't make anything from that record, actually.
We have many friends, Jimmy and I, who are stars from your day. We won't mention who they are, but mega names that you'd know in a minute. And Jimmy, tell them what happened.
I have friends,
robbed blind.
I have friends that have sold between 10 and 15 million records and didn't make a dime.
Could you imagine that?
And I mean full albums too, not singles.
Yeah. And these are mega stars, big names.
Here's a real quick story, and that is when we came back from Paris, Dancing in the Moonlight was already a hit, and we didn't have a contract in the United States. And so we had offers from Clive Davis, we had offers from all the big majors, up to $250,000, $300,000 to sign, $60,000 recording budgets. And we, being nice guys, thought, what the hell? The little company made the hit. Why screw them over and go with the big guys? We'll stay with the little company. And we stayed with the little company, and what they do? They went bankrupt, ran away with all the money.
You got the royal screwing.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, because we've only got 3 minutes. So first of all, you guys, there's tons of King Harvest albums you can buy. I don't know. Do you guys get the money for that if they buy your albums on iTunes?
Yeah, we got all the rights to our music back in 2007. We had a big lawsuit. When we won in France, then we won in LA, and now we've got the Lost Tapes. We've got another King Harvest album called Old Friends, and the original, and then there was the original album, the King Harvest Dancing in the Moonlight album. So there's 3 albums out there, and a country western.
Everybody out there listening, buy an album because they're great guys and with great music. Educate yourself. Don't be stupid and only listen to the shit of today. Listen to the good stuff too.
Also, you guys go to follow King Harvest DITM on Twitter to find out what's going on with King Harvest. Download all their music. Do you guys do any other social media? You like Instagram or Facebook or anything?
Do Facebook. We've got a couple of Facebook pages: King Harvest Music and King-Harvest.
Okay.
Facebook.
And then one real quick question. So, Ron, what made you go back to Paris? You got 2 minutes.
You lived there?
Yeah.
I moved there originally to study music, and then Rod came over, and then Eddie came over, and then we got Doc over. So that was 45 years ago. I have a little home here. I'm not in Paris. I'm in the south of France. I have a tiny little house, and I come over for about 8 weeks a year. And I love France. We all liked France. We all love it. We love the culture, and
you love it for chercher la femme. Cherchez la femme. That's why you're there. You know what you got. You like those little cookies. Those little French pastries can't be beat.
So when you guys, since you guys weren't, we have 1 minute. Since you guys weren't really together when the song came out necessarily, did you miss out on all the like cool groupies and stuff, or like did you get to make up for it?
Oh, I wouldn't say that we.
I wouldn't say we missed out on it.
Okay, good. We want to end it on a high note. So you didn't make any money, but you got laid. So way to go.
That's the only
A lot of fun, you know.
Well, as Ron says, we were in France for a number of years as American rock group with motorcycles and plenty of music, you know.
Perfect.
Not to mention drugs and wine.
All right, guys, we got to go. We're out of time. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything, and we love the music. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Have a great weekend.
Boys, you've been the best. You were a lot of fun, boys. Have a good time.
Have a good one, you guys. Thanks so
Thanks
much.
a lot, you guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye now.
Take care, Joe.
In the chat room, thanks so much, everybody in the chat room, for tuning in. Get Dancing in the Moonlight. It's such a great song. Goddess, Tristan, Ginger Irish, Jimmy McCrary, everybody in the chat room, Rebel, Daddy Muir, Goddess again. Thank you so much. And Stefan Chinzia is there now. Thanks so much, Chad. Thank you so much. And you guys will see you next week, which I think we're going to have
Brain Dead.
Who do we have?
Both of
Jesse.
us. Jesse's
We have
coming
Jesse
on.
Camp from
Yay.
MTV from the 90s coming on, you guys. So tune in next week, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Cool MC, you can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars. He'll dress you right